go now. Just don't think about it. Do this work. Zone that we need to try and be in.
Every day,
Completely.
at the same time, consistency, and then all of a sudden there you are, succeeding.
I'm in love with my future.
I am not throwing away my shot.
You don't give time to enjoy yourself. I do, but I have to earn it.
Like it goes from midnight to sunrise. I feel like an abject failure.
About sexual experiences, I mean, same thing. Like, did I really do that?
You will make mistakes, and you will just as equally bounce back.
Am I gonna be remembered for watching 1 hour on a Netflix series, or am I gonna be remembered for creating my legacy? We can touch on adversity and how important do you think that is? Because, you know, we said about the environment. Example for myself, everyone's seen on Insta, I'm just listening to world music, like 8-hour world music, that's it. I'm just sitting there, mum hates it, I'm surprised hasn't even said anything yet, but 8 hours on loop, more or less. I'm not sitting there, whatever, but if I'm there and I'm doing something intense, you know, intense work, that's there because, not because the world music, whatever, it's just the feeling. It makes me feel relaxed and very present, that I can see things clearly. How do you go about that? Creating the correct environment for yourself to flourish in.
I personally do it either using music like yourself, but it's not necessarily the calm kind of music. I play kind of meaningful songs, like a lot of my songs that I play when I want to focus, Hamilton, because you know, that's just a jam I really like, and I kind of listen to those kind of songs and it gets me into the mood. Like there's this one tune in the musical called My Shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Right? I wake up, I open the curtains when I hear that song and I let the words resonate within me, and that really empowers me for the day, right? And that gets you into the right mental frame.
It has the same effect, both music that we listen to. Even me, I'm not always listening to world music. Like certain moods, of course, different types of music, it makes you feel that type of way. And that's why a lot of people, you know, when they have their earphones in and they're just there, they're in that zone, they're very present, and that's the zone that we need to try and be in as often as we can to encourage growth, right? Because obviously we can touch upon people in your lives as well and say, like, you know, if you, if you do have people that are in your environment that are very asking 24/7 for things, not allowing you to focus on yourself, not causing that growth mindset, how do you think that affects you?
I mean, I guess it would
negatively, right? There's nothing more you can do.
I mean, it feels negative, certainly, and you know what? Sometimes, and it sucks to say this, you got to grit your teeth and just get through it. I mean, if it depends, right? If these are necessary questions and demands from people who you care about, you're gonna do it regardless, even if it does inconvenience you, right? You just need to find and have the will to create the space necessary to get yourself in the right headspace. Because it's all about your own control, right? Yes, you have a lot of things that make it difficult, but what is life if not difficulty?
Completely agree.
So
life's difficult so we can embrace it and so we can become better, right?
Precisely.
Do you think a lot of people struggle with getting to that place?
I feel like a lot of people do. Yeah, I feel like it's a big kind of, I don't know, it takes people a while to get there, and it's not necessarily because they are unable to, it's just that maybe they're not focusing on it. Maybe that's not their focus right now, and they're just reacting instead of just acting.
Survival mode.
Precisely. Although I will say this about adversity. Quick. I remember looking on Instagram of all places, could you believe? I saw a quote that said adversity.
We love your quotes on Insta, man. A beautiful quotes every time. Everyone, you have to go and check that out now. At right there. Go look at his quotes.
I just try my best. I wanted to use
really good words,
as a tool to actually motivate people.
Yeah, completely the same again. Yeah.
But I saw a quote that says adversity wakes up the genius within you. And that is really key. When you struggle with something, you become smarter. You start thinking, strategizing how to beat the problem, and then there you are, beating the problems consistently.
Something that you felt like you couldn't have done.
Precisely.
It's just a matter of action, isn't it?
Precisely, and you do it already. What do you think revision's about? You know, like many people will be revising for an exam, a car test, something of the sort. When you get good, how do you think you get there? You struggle. You struggle through the questions, and then you keep practicing. Every so often, every day, at the same time, consistency, and then all of a sudden there you are, succeeding. It's a simple formula.
I just feel like we all know what to do. It's just about putting your brain in that headspace to understand how to do it. And that is, you know, as we said, shortening the refractory period, making sure there's an environment where you're very present, very, you know, you're going to do your best you can today, because you're not thinking about other things, the past traumas, the past problems you've dealt with. And now you're ready to look forward and fall in love with your future. I say that a lot, isn't it? I'm in love with my future. Anytime I'm even in a situation like, am I going to sit here for an hour and watch TV, or am I going to go and do something that my future self will thank you for?
Yeah.
Before, I might have debated. Now I know what I'm doing. I'm just like let's go. Like, I have that one in my mind, 5 seconds. I'll be like, okay, cool, rest for now. Just go now. Just don't think about it. Let's work.
I kind of do the same thing.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Same thing.
It's just like you see yourself in that comfy situation. Okay, so what am I accomplishing at the moment? What's my future self gonna thank you for? How am I doing a workout? Am I going forward with my podcast, education, a qualification of some sort, or am I gonna be remembered for watching 1 hour on a Netflix series, or am I gonna be remembered for creating my legacy and putting that time in today? That's all it comes down to.
Exactly, which is why I don't watch Netflix so often, or don't watch movies, right?
You just feel like it's kind of wasted time. Obviously, sometimes it's good to relax, but you have to earn it. That's what I tell people.
Actually, I kind of thought the same kind of person.
Tell me more.
Like, I tend to actively avoid watching like Netflix and stuff and sort of movies, because when you're sitting there for a long time and you're watching your TV, right, and you know it's all great and stuff watching, you know, all these wonderful shows and films and everything, but it always kicks me in the gut when I think about how much time has been lost. Especially
I hear you with this.
Like when you watch it. Like my weakness is anime, right? So when I watch an anime and I see like half my day go, like it goes from midnight to sunrise, I feel like an abject failure because of, you know, that exact waste of time.
Wow, completely agree. Two things to complacency, you know, that when you're relaxed or doing that short-term instant gratification, that happiness, that not putting in the hard work for something long-term, you know, you feel in the end, yes, good in the moment, but after it ends, you feel bad. You feel
Sorry, I swore.
you feel so disheartened in yourself that you really think like, did I really do that? Yeah. I mean, we can talk about sexual experiences. I mean, same thing. Like, did I really do that? So the second point I'll say is like not feeling like a failure. You know, not beating yourself up too much, because we're all human, we're all gonna make mistakes. Even the other day, I spent maybe 30 minutes and 45 minutes, an hour doing something where I should have probably been working out. I still did my workout, I still did it, but that extra hour, and you know, people are probably thinking, what, you don't give time to enjoy yourself? I do, but I have to earn it. I feel bad sometimes, and I start getting in my head like, oh, you know, am I gonna? You feel like you can spiral all of a sudden, right? Oh, I've done this for an hour, maybe, you know, what about another hour, and then over a long time you're thinking, what? But I think with us two, you know, when we feel like that, we say, cool, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I'm not too hard on myself because I'm human. Look how far I've come.
Precisely.
Unnegotiables every day that you said. I have a list. First thing, there's so many things I do. I have to do like some form of exercise. I have to pray or make sure I'm grateful. These sort of things. Make sure I've done my best. Yeah. One of the things is not to beat myself up over it, and look how far I've come on my journey. See what I mean?
I completely agree with you. I mean, myself, I said failure to describe myself. When that happens, it happens rarely. That kind of level of wasting time.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, you know, I do feel a little bit disappointed, at least.
Yeah.
That was me being extreme, just for emphasis. But genuinely, like,
completely agree.
It does eat at you, but a little bit. It eats at me a little bit, and then afterwards, just get back onto it.
Because you deal with it. Yeah. And again, if you focus so much on it and say, oh, why did I do that? And you spend the whole day doing that, the next thing you know, you spiraled and you've gone down this rabbit hole of your whole day is gone now and you're not present because you're thinking about something. Never be too harsh on yourself. I mean, have your standards. That's my advice to anyone. Have your standards. Understand, you know, where you're going, and do the hard work, of course, especially when you're not feeling like it. But make sure that you don't beat yourself up over something, because we're all human and we're all gonna make mistakes, and we'll continue to do that to the end of the time.
Precisely.
Don't you think?
all we can aim for is to basically limit how many mistakes we can make, and it's not easier said than done. Obviously, it's just it's recognizing that. It's recognizing the fact that you aren't perfect. You are human. You will make mistakes, and you will just as equally bounce back from them.
Beautifully said, man.